Hi, I'm Dave. Welcome to another tarot card investigation of a news story. The idea behind these reviews is to dig into the subconscious in order to uncover motivations, intentions, and conspiracies behind the stories. As always, this is just a card reading, so don't take it too seriously. Today, we're going to look into a YouTube video that was titled The Hillary Clinton Takeover of the United States. Basically, it's Steve Pieczenik. He's been on InfoWars. He's got this story that there is before the election, there was a coup going on, that the Clintons were involved on one side and some counter-espionage group was involved in the other side. And what's amazing about this is it's gotten over 3 million views of people looking at this video, and I find it kind of hard to verify. How do you verify something like this? Thus, it comes around to the cards. We're actually going to draw some cards on this today. I've got a few questions that I put together ahead of time to keep me on track, to hopefully get through this fairly quickly. I'm going to post the video address in the comment section below. But what we're going to do here is we really want to use the cards in order to find out, help us determine whether or not Steve's honest or whether he's being truthful. What is the intent going on here? What can we believe about this? If there's something we can believe here, how can the cards help us find out, give us confidence with regard to his story that he's talking about? And so what we'll do is we'll start out here with we're going to ask the most important question, which is, what is the most important thing that we should know about the announcement that the Clintons are behind the coup? That the Clintons are behind the coup. What's the most important thing that we should know about that? And so we're going to ask the cards. And it looks like this is a card for us. This card is an inverted Nine of Swords. The inverted Nine of Swords is an intellectual card. It is the card of not really being able to distinguish between what's real and what's not real. Here in the inverted position, it's kind of that innate understanding that the physical environment is simply an illusion and no longer controls our life. No longer controls our life. It's as if this this coup is no longer interesting or no longer something that we should be concerned about. Generally, in the inverted position here, it is, with this particular card, it is that the body responds to thought. Basically, don't sweat the small stuff. When the body responds to thought, it is a situation where it's kind of like thinking about something and thinking about working out, and then you get tired. So the body's going to respond to the thoughts that are happening. It's as if the most important thing that we have to know about this announcement on the Clintons behind the coup is that it might be a figment of our imagination, and we may be reacting to something that's not quite real. I'm going to remember that card, and we're going to come back to it and just at the end here, see if we can get some summary of it all. Next question is, what is the most important thing that we should know about the statement that he is involved in the counter coup? So Steve basically says in the video that he's involved with some people that have been putting out information. What we're going to do is we're going to draw a card here and see what is the most important thing that we should know about him with regards to this. Here we have the inverted Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is that feeling of having won the lottery, but instead of being generous and giving it away to others or giving away the fair share to others, this is a very selfish situation. It is a card where it's as if he's taking the winnings and he's going to hold on to them all on his own. It's as if there might be, it's a selfish type action rather than a thankful one that he'd be giving out. So in the video, he talks about being thankful throughout the video, but this card would indicate that there might be a slightly different feeling with regards to how he is involved in this coup. So that is the Six of Pentacles. And that was reversed. The next one's going to be, what can the cards show us regarding the truthfulness of this announcement? What can it show us regarding the truthfulness of this announcement? So here, it's kind of like, let's see what we can see there. Dig into the cards, see what stands out. And we go to the inverted hermit. The hermit is the card of inverted. It is being separate. It is going and hiding. It is one of the principles. It's the principle of self-rule. And the hermit in the upright position is the principle of self-rule, being a harmonious position. Here, it's as if we're being ruled. So it's the opposite of self-rule, but it is being ruled. That in the case of everything coming in its own time, it may be that things are out of time, out of schedule. There may be a little bit of dissidence with regards to what's going on here. So back to the question of being truthfulness, what can the cards show us regarding the truthfulness of this announcement? It may be that it's a disharmonious situation, and it is about rule. Let's move on to the next one. So here, the next question is, what can the cards show us regarding the integrity of the message from this announcement? What is the integrity? So with Steve and his, basically he looks you straight in the eye when he's talking about all this, and let's see what his integrity is. So here we have the Lovers. The Lovers is the choice of the heart. In the upright position, it would show a harmonious interaction with making choices of the heart. Inverted here would be dissidence with regards to the heart. And so this would come up as a pretty strong, inharmonious heart condition with the integrity of what he's doing. Doesn't give me good feelings about this particular card here in this, along with this question. Going on to the next one, what can the cards show us regarding what is being consciously withheld from us? What can they show us with regards to what's being withheld from us? Is there something being withheld? Well, let's see. What can the cards show us that's being withheld from us? The Queen of Wands, inverted. The Queen of Wands. What we're going to look into here is with the Queen of Wands, it is pretty much the feeling of being forced beyond your will. Basically, it's being forced into the service of others. This is the Queen of Wands would be the supermom card. It would be the person that could go out and do everything, and she does it willingly, but in the reverse position, it is being forced or coerced or feeling like she doesn't have a choice. She has to do this. And so with regard to the questions, what is being consciously withheld from us? Withheld from us would meaning relating to that may be something like we're being forced. What's being withheld, it looks like we're not being forced, but the card would show that we're being forced to have to succumb to the work that's associated with this, maybe without our consent or without our approval. So now we're going to move on to what can the cards show us regarding any hidden agenda? So is there any hidden agenda that we want to see with regards to this particular video? So here, what stands out to us? I'm going to take this card right here. This card is going to show the Queen of Cups. So standing out with regards to the hidden agenda. So the Queen of Cups is the person that is intuitively aware of what we're feeling. It's as if as if he talks about being a psychological expert. It's as if this card comes up to show us that there's somebody here that fully understands what we're going through, how it affects us emotionally and intuitively, and what that person is able to see is they can see how we could be manipulated and coerced into something. And in this particular reading, though, with the upright positions, generally a good feeling behind this card. And so, with regard to a hidden agenda, it could be that there are intuitive or sensitive emotional aspects that are hidden here. But it doesn't really seem like there's too much of a hidden agenda with that being upright in that particular card. In the video, he goes on to make some claims. Some claims that are very specific. I got some quotes here. What can the cards tell us with regards to Steve's statement that, quote, we will convict and indict the President of the United States, Loretta Lynch, and many others who are involved with the cover-up. So how serious is he with regards to that? What can the cards show us? Is this something that we can believe? Is this something that he's just threatening and he's just making up? What can we get here? I'm going to take a look at the cards. We're going to pull out the next one, which is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. This particular one has that feeling of the respect of a female leader. So this one is somebody who leads, who's honest, who has it's the type of person that you aspire to be. You want to be that type of person. And so here, with regards to the statement that we just made, tells us, so it hints to me that the statement that he made, he really is making a statement from a position of authority. It's as if he can do this. It's as if he knows what's going on. It's as if he's been making all the right choices, and it's as if, you know, he's got the energy at his back to make this happen. The next question is another specific one. So here, what can the cards show us with regards to Steve's claims that of a massive corruption that occurred under the Clinton Foundation? So basically, he is saying that the indictments and convictions would come from the massive corruption under the Clinton Foundation. So we want to basically know what the cards can tell us about whether or not we can believe that there's been massive corruption in the Clinton Foundation. So here we have the world inverted. So the world is the conscious card. It is the card of, it's one of the major arcana cards that is about in the upright position, it is about having practiced the skills in life, having practiced the arts, and you're showing some form of mastery. In the inverted position, it would be as if you don't care about those particular skills. You're not interested in the skills, or you're doing these skills without any awareness of what's going on. You're getting through them with happenstance. You're not showing mastery. And so in this card, what can the cards show us regarding Steve's claims that there's massive corruption here? The World card. It's as if there's a dissident with the world. It's as if there's, I would interpret this as the world is not in harmony with the corruption in the Clinton Foundation. That they've shown to not be the masters that they may have claimed to be. At least that's what I'm feeling with regards to this. It makes me think that it's probably more. It doesn't seem to have that intentional vindictive feel to it. It's just that they're not practicing the way they should be practicing. So here, with that, what can the cards show us regarding the truthfulness of this overall video? Let's actually go on to the last question, which would be, what can the cards show us regarding the final outcome of Steve's announcement? This came out before the election. You know, if there's a coup going on, it really hasn't finished up yet. There's not really a final outcome yet. So let's see what the cards have to say about what the final outcome of Steve's work with exposing this information and getting 3 million views. Here we have the Magician in the inverted condition. So the Magician is the card of it's a card of law of manifestation. It is, you have to choose something in order for it to manifest. And inverted, it's as if what's manifesting is not what's chosen. It is as if it's a trick card. It's as if it's not what we have intended. It's as if it's being unconscious rather than a conscious decision. The final outcome, to me, when I look at this card, I'm going to see it as that we're being tricked with regards to what is going to be manifested. So here, if we were to, basically, I'm gonna pull out those cards again and lay them out here with the idea that if you're interested, you can look up the meanings on your own, do a little bit of investigation, see if these cards make sense to you, and basically finding any extra details. Actually, I will, rather than digging them out of the deck, I'm going to, I'll write them out in the comment section below, and I'll paste the questions in there too. And basically, if you read something else in these cards, feel free to make a comment. And basically, if you like this type of reading, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel or my Facebook newsfeed. If you feel that others might benefit from this reading, feel free to share it with them. If you have suggestions for the reading, please contact me through my website. My website has a contact page where basically I want information about the links and the information you want to receive and maybe what you're curious to learn about it. Note that if I review your new suggestion, I expect that you'll probably share the video with your social media sites. And thanks for your support.